Oh my god, we're finally here! A baseball stadium. So welcome to the historic Coney Island, the birthplace of the modern amusement park, testing ground of a lot of things. That is probably every subway. And more importantly for me personally, about to be the home of my 400 roller coaster down there somewhere, but unfortunately with yesterday's trip to American Dream we're a little short, so I am gonna have to be hoarding the crap out of all of these, even the kiddie coaster. Content or whatever. Let's go on in, grab my wristband, and start talking about some lights and stuff. Alright, we got my all-day wristband. I went ahead and got the platinum one just because that allows you on everything. And unfortunately, that's like the only way to get on cycle without pay for rides, so it's whatever. I mean, it's like $10 more, so I don't mind. And now I can do on some of the paid attractions I barely ever do, so I'm gonna have to do this. Go ahead, ride some rides. First coaster up today is the Tickler, a standard Zamperla spinning wild mouse layout, because I gotta test myself all day with the final boss over here. That's gonna be number 400, by the way, if you didn't catch it on by now. But yeah, real cool thing about Zamperla here is they've actually turned this place into effectively a testing ground for all the new products. So you'll be seeing a lot of Zamperla flat Seikos models here. Really cool because they're basically continuing the aspect of being a testing ground for the modern industry by being a testing ground for a pretty well-known company. So that's a big thumbs up in my book. First coaster of the day is going to be a spinning wild mouse right here. Look at it go. When that guy told me to sit on the far right with the spin when I was alone, he was correct. Shout out to the random ride operator that name of you to go. Yeah, this thing, it was spinning. I wasn't expecting it to start way up here, because usually just that second half of the ride is the lower part, but it was literally after that first trim, after like the first curve, that started spinning, which made it really interesting. I mean, you had 3 slow spins at the top right there. Then you get your airtime hills, which yes, there is airtime on this thing, especially on this double up that's coming up too. Yeah, right there, that second pop is major airtime. And 3 airtime hill there. And like in this part here, you just go absolutely bonkers crazy with the turns. Like, honestly, is this a generic model? I've probably been on a bunch of times before, but I enjoyed that a lot. I might have to come back later after I'm done with all my credit hoarding to ride again. Speaking of credit hoarding, honestly though, I am a little more excited about this one because I don't think I've been on a Minnie Mouse model like this before. Yeah, it's gonna be probably the lamest thing ever. Let's look at this. Look at these actual drops on layout, but I haven't been on this model yet, so new for me, I guess. Also, hi Cyclone, how's it going? I am coming back for you, Cyclone. Honestly, that wasn't too bad. Me and I've got the whole wild mouse back and forth thing, which you do still get a little zip into it, so you still get the whole go over the curve feeling. It's just like you're doing that while going like 2 miles per hour, so you get a little zip. How does it function with the tiny drive tires on like 2-inch hills? It's interesting. I like how there's long trains, so like if there's actually a whole train full on there, you can probably high 5 people behind you. I did one of these yesterday at the mall. It's not quite my cup of tea, but it's enjoyable. Good job for all you virtue seekers. This one I like though, as the disco spins by, not a coaster, not a credit. Zamperla Nebula is honestly one of my favorite modern rides that they've made. Looks like this might be down right now, hopefully we'll get to ride later. It just really has an interesting cycle of going up and around, close contact with other cars, and just like, it's really cool to see it online. Make sure you check out, what am I gonna link first? Make sure you check out my Carowinds video, I read one there. But anyways, I'm turning around, there's another kiddie coaster. Credits or whatever. Just finished my Solo Zen front seat ride on the circus coaster here, and then gave them a line like this. You're welcome, Coney Island. You're welcome for the capacity. Anyways, another little Zamperla family coaster. You're not going to hear me say Zamperla every single time because chances are if it's in the main park, it is by the Zamperla this time. Here's the thing, it's got a nice little layout. It has a long crane, so I might want to come back later and ride the back just to see if there's any whip coming off this. But okay drop, nice little downward feel. There's a couple of the airtime hills that surprised me for lack of airtime. But once again, it's the kiddie coaster, and I might want to try the back seat because it looks like it's probably going to be a speedy boy. There's a lot of whip here. Look at this. That's a lot of whip, obviously. Yeah, just about done with the main part. Well, this main section of the park. So we're gonna head on over to the other parts because Coney Island is split into multiple sections. There's beer time there. and maybe stop in the middle here, because this is not a part of Coney Island actually. It's a whole new different park. Now if you guys didn't know, Coney Island here is what we call a boardwalk park, which means if I turn around, behold, beach, sea, ocean, river, whatever body of water that is. I feel like I probably should buy a swimsuit for the ocean, but we're doing amusement park stuff. The park is laid out all the way down there into like 3-4 different sections. And right here in the middle is also Diener's Wonder Wheel, which is not part of Coney Island. It's a separate park with the mission. But they do have a couple things that we're gonna check out in just a little bit, so make sure to stay tuned. Moving on to something that was a little bit more bite than the kiddie coasters, we got the steeplechase, which is Zamperla's motorbike slash horseless launch roller coaster. So it's gonna go. It's gonna go. There it goes. And nice little windy spaghetti bowl that comes back down. Steeplechase is a fun little pony ride. Pretty basic, if you think about it, the layout, just like go up, turn. But because of how it's situated, with you like slightly leaning over, kind of a motorcycle, I imagine this was Hagrid's like kind of thing, you actually feel all the turns going round and round. So, really cool. Watch along. Probably one of the better generics and Perlas. This is my first of this model, so I'm glad I've done it. By the way, yes, I am saying it. I am wearing a Coney Island hat. It did not come from here. It came from Cincinnati one. Check out one of the videos whenever I can. Something in Amusement. Well, it's not closed. Guess I'm gonna have to ride this there, and one of the most infamous of Zamperla's models, the version of Flying Coaster. I've never ran one, so we'll see. People are getting live for it. Here we go. Never mind, we're safe for now. It's actually currently down for whatever reason, but they did say it will be open later, so not safe from the wrath of Imperial Fly or whatever they're called. Let's head over here. We got some cool stuff. And at this end, we have what's probably the newest section of the park. We have the Thunderbolt, which is one of a couple of this model that are out right now. This is original, of course, because Imperial, why not? Probably the more thrilling coaster here that's not Cyclone. And then right next to that is something that I did a couple years ago at a different park. We got their little combo family coaster water ride dealie, so that's super fun when I did it at Adventureland. We'll see how it is over here, I guess. And then Red Thunderbolt. A really cool thing about this whole 2-for-1 model is that they have the stations stacked up. So you go upstairs from the entrance, you get to the roller coasters to see. But if you go down there, you got some boat ride boats. Like that one. That's a boat ride boat. That one was interesting. I know all the advertising and everything on the sign says watch for the drop, because, you know, it's got a whole vertical drop after vertical lift hill, which, to be fair, is true. I was a little bit more shocked by some of the elements I did. Like, that corkscrew turnaround was super whippy. The airtime at the end was pretty violent, considering the restraints went up like right on your knee and locked in place. So, very interesting restraint style. I mean, it also had a seatbelt thing that I didn't really feel, so cool. But yeah, Thunderbolt is definitely gonna be the most thrilling ride here today. Besides Cyclone, please Cyclone be good. Yeah, crazy boy. Watch out for that drop. I don't know if you can tell because I'm wearing a black shirt, but that is slightly moist. Let's see how much worse a little bit. I said it eventually, and I'll say it again here. Let's Treasure and Tony's Express. Sorry, Tony's Express. There we go. That's probably not Italian enough. I'm probably probably about to get canceled. Really good product. Sam Perla, good job on this one. You get basically a family coaster that has, not the most intense, but has some nice little laterals on it, especially in that back half right over there. Plus a very moisturizing log flume that has 2 big drops. So really cool. It's come from one big packed plot of land, like I said, that it's just stacked up on top of each other. And these things can be themed different ways. Like obviously this one's got more traditional Coney Island / lighting on the left. I wonder what this looks like at night. And when Adventureland's all Viking themed. Major plus in my book. More people make these, please. Just got off round 2 on Thunderbolt here. I do want to say one thing real quick, that I love the way they do storage on this ride. I know in most places you have a locker or put a cubby in the thing. Baze is a guy that basically after line, come around to this little section right here. He's like, yo, what up? Gives you a little wristband to put on and then takes your bag and puts it in a cubby so you can get at the other ride. Really cool system. I know a lot of people lately have been saying, oh no, mandatory lockers, oh no, this, that, and the other. And generally we do need a system to handle this kind of stuff. But like something like that's really cool. Just the fact that it's like, you know going where because it's your specific train. Also, pretty good ride, again. A little rough, but I think it was a little bit better in the back and super forceful on almost everything. That return trip is nuts. Big shout out to Nathan's Hot Dogs here, celebrating their 100th anniversary apparently. Go them. Wait. Almost 100th. But this is basically the giant hot dog place that's world known over for the 4th of July hot dog eating contest and other stuff. But like, yeah, this is definitely, I have to try some hot dog related here. This is one of the bucket list things for me to eat here in New York, besides maybe get some pizza later. Alright, so we got basically hot dog, normal hot dog, and some barrel potato things that came with what's called Coney sauce. So I thought it was going to be a chili cheese thing. I guess not. Wonder what it tastes like. Hold on. Interesting, not bad. Now let's go ahead and take a bite of the famous hot dog of Hot Dog Land. Coney, this is for you. Everyone give a thumbs up for my dog Coney. Good. Probably spent about $13 after tax to get these, so I think it's a good deal in terms of New York food. I don't know, I'm not from New York. House inside the bounds of Coney Island, we have a completely different amusement park called Dino's Wonder Wheel, which is home to, well, the Wonder Wheel. I went on something like it at Disney before, but I mean, this is obviously the OG. We gotta pay respects to it. Right now, credit-wise for Cyclone, looks like we're at about $3.96, so I'm a couple short, but if I get the kiddie coasters, there's one kiddie coaster there, one kiddie coaster there, and Phoenix, I can just barely see poking over this carousel, then we should still be able to clear off with Coney Island Cyclone for number 400. So go get some tickets. It is independent credits per ride on this thing, so we'll grab enough for the couple rides that we need, and we'll get going. See all the prices right here. They have a bunch of ticket booster routes. Credits for dollars, blah blah blah. There's a couple deals for this, that, and the other. I think I should be able to get what? Phoenix is 10, Spookorama's 8. The 2 kitties are both $5 each. So that's what? $18, $28 to get all rides I need? Another 10 for Wonder Wheel, but technically paying $28 to get everything I need in this park. Maybe some more rides. We'll see what happens. So one cool thing I noticed while I was down here getting my tickets, they have the old Astroland Park spaceship, Moonrock, that's what it's called, down here with all this history. It's really cool. Back in the day when I was watching the World's Greatest Coasters videos, I remember seeing this in the background of the Cyclone, and I thought it was like part of a water ride or something. Like it looked like part of a log flume, but I guess it's just this big standalone prop that is a massive amount of history. So really cool that they kept it here being preserved, right in the middle of several old rides and new rides. And speaking of a new ride, we're just gonna do a nice little Phoenix sandwich down here, shall we? Start things off with one ride in Phoenix, do the other things, and then finish them off with another one. The guy's got a Phoenix shirt. The Phoenix here is the park's newest coaster. It might be both parks' newest, honestly. I'm trying to remember. Correct me down below, but I think this opened after Thunderbolt. Yeah, it is, unlike the rest of the park, you know it's not in Coney Island because this is not a Zen Perla, this is actually a Vekoma. And nice little family inverts with a custom layout that's supposed to be really intense. So I can't wait to check these things out. You guys know that one of my favorite coasters of all time is called Phoenix. I'll be riding that in just a couple of days to get back to it, so I can't wait to check out that video when it goes live. But let's see how this one compares to it. Got my car, we gotta do front seat now. And then after I do the other stuff, I'll come back and do back seat before I head back to the train park. That was so fun, I forgot to put my hat back on for the segment. Pretty interesting little ride. I had to go and road to basically front, and it felt more like lats. There's a couple of drops ass falling sensation to it, but it felt me a lot more right the lats in airtime. I wonder, go back around back in a little bit, but I wonder if that's just gonna have any different forces to it. Hopefully I get in there. It looked like they were kind of seating, but I want to go in front anyway, so I don't really care about it. Coaster number 297, 397, I can count. And we gotta do 2 more kiddie coasters and head over to the big boy. I mean, it's the credit. It's a little fun. Kind of toss you around over here, especially if you're sitting by yourself, you can slide back and forth. And it's over the Coney Island, so you get a little high on it, so I don't know. 398, 399 is right across the way. I'm about to be so shameless, it's not even funny. Look at that, you can see the track right there. That's the size it goes. That is the only hill and we're going for it. All right, you guys ready for the fateful 399 before I head over to Cyclone? Some SBF goodness right here. It's like a 2-foot tall coaster. And I believe, well, I'm over choose my choose. Yeah, we're good. Let's do this. Okay, but how much am I coping to say this thing has good lats going into that curve in the station? It's time. It's finally time. As somebody born on Valentine's Day that's gonna be single forever, noted. So, I was about to do a whole thing talking about Coney Island Cyclone, how it's a big historic ride, and the reason I came here, the reason I planned this entire vacation over this area, and that's gonna be Coaster 400. I made a sign and everything at home. It's closed. Stick around, see if it opens later. It's one thing to be negative about a single interaction and be like, oh no, blah blah, I'm still having fun, yeah. But this is like literally gonna be a landmark coaster for me. The reason I'm planning this giant trip into a historical area like this, and even like I haven't talked about much, but apparently Coney's been in some issues lately with zoning that they might get rid of the park or something stupid like that, and but I don't know. I see a guy going in there. Let's see what's going on a little bit, but yeah, this was the reason for this entire trip, for this entire adventure. I guess if it doesn't open, then I could make my 400 something at Six Flags tomorrow. I mean, I've already done most stuff there, so it's really what, like Jersey Double or the Flash. I mean, they're probably good rides, but that means literally nothing compared to legendary Coney Island Cyclone. I think wearing my extra today. This one is my 300 fish with that, so I was gonna do 300, 400. I know, we'll stick around. Hopefully I get some happy news at the end of this video. Check some park stuff. Wait, you guys see this, Please tell me testing, please tell me they're testing. They might actually be testing, oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. I've literally been staying around moping for the last like 20 minutes. But this actually goes back up. I don't know if those are employees or if those are actual guests on the ride. They might be guests. We might be good. Alright, let's go back over there, see what's happening. I honestly don't think anything could really spook-a-rama me right now. Not well. Cyclone's still down. Still gonna ride this. What was it I want to do here? Cool. Old school laughing in the dark. House ride at house. Yay. Jokes aside, that was pretty cool. I like how the cars kind of are forced to be in one direction, so no matter what you do, you're forced to see like 816 at a time. Really old school, obviously, but like the system was like on an accelerating and decelerating track, so you never know where you're going. And of course, it's all sorts of like 40 jump scares, whistle blows. I think like missed on me once. I don't know. Really fun ride. Probably one of the better old school haunted house I've been on. I guess I do the rides I usually upcharge because they're on my platinum thing. You know, the wristband I got is loosely select ride Cyclone. Oh well. At least I've never been on these kind of rides before, so I might as well try it out. Actually, not too mad at the slingshot back there. Like I said, I almost never do those because I don't really do upcharge attractions when I go to parks usually. But that was fun. Glad I got to ride this one. It's crazy. You just shoot up, super crazy first two inversions, then just bounce back and forth and birding. It feels like a top spin meets drop ride, kind of, I guess. And your boy loves top spins and drop rides, so not bad. I can see myself being an enjoyer of that variety of upcharge attraction in the future. These go-karts actually run a pretty cool, unique system that's, I just call it like power-up karting or something. Basically, it's like real-life Mario Kart. You can kind of see some of the things on the ground right there that will actually give your car special benefits or hindrances when you run over them. So, really cool, really interactive. I would love to see a system at other parks. And I believe that my Platinum thing gives me one ride on one of these guys, so we'll test it out, hopefully. If not, it's just really cool to see. Love the power of Mario Kart go-karts. Ladies and gentlemen, I am horrified, I'm afraid, I'm terrified, I'm afraid. This is testing. Cyclone, I'm gonna need you to open right now. This can't be number 400. Oh, I'm terrified. I'm walking over Cyclone again. I think I saw a cycle a second ago. Please, don't make this 400. Let's try this again. It's definitely open, there's definitely people on it. Let's go, it's actually open. Yes, come in my people. Go my coaster. Look at the handbrakes. In crate number 2. Beautiful. We are waiting. Got my wristband on. Back to the car. We're waiting on front seats for number 400. Can't do it another way. Yes. Come to me, my vessel. My 400 train. Classic. Coney Cyclone. Almost 100 years old. Look at that lap bar. It's gonna be insane. We go front seat. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally did it. Yes, I'm going to be pointing at myself the whole time. Yes, I'm going to be holding this up, but you can see it going in the background. This is not your garden variety Six Flags Cyclone Clone. These turns, the lats, are literally insane. They slam you from side to side. Eat these hills. Nice bouncy floaty air time, just how I like it. This thing, it lives up to like, that's all I'm going to say. Number 400, it deserves to be number 400. The legendary Coney Cyclone. Happy 98th birthday. Would be nice coming for your centennial, but I mean, as viewers, maybe that'll be probably another landmark if we have 5 more time, but I need to find Cyclone merch right now. What was that? This thing is insane. Single ratchet lap bar. Oh, you can't see them in there. Like, it's basically single ratchet lap bar. And it's nice and comfortable because these turns, like I said, are extremely violent. They will slam and jam you. And I was riding by myself because I wanted to be like if I was with someone else. But we're going to go around for a couple more laps, obviously. I consider today successful. I do still have to go over to the Semperla flying coaster or whatever, but I don't care anymore. We did what I came here for. And I even moved for a while because it was down for a while, but we did it. Number 400 success. I start playing number 500. It's probably going to be some international somewhere in a couple years, but yes. Ladies and gentlemen, mission accomplished. Second time around, this time I was in the back car, row 10. I will say that the air time's a little more floaty there, but the laterals are less jarring. So, front for lats, back for air time. Quick review on that, but I'm going around it. We're gonna get at least one more lap on this way, not that way. Little safer. it'll start cycling if I record, so... Unfortunately, leaving it at only 4 laps on the cyclone today, but I mean, we got 4 for 400, so that's 1 for each 100 that this is on the coaster or whatever, but... Would like to get some more. Unfortunately, like I said, this thing did take a while to open up today, and it's going to be a little bit till I get back to my parking spot, so... Gonna do a couple rides on the way out, and I'll do a recap at the recap place. By the way, we didn't do the Zamperla. We somehow missed out on the freaking Bolare. It has yet to open. It's been testing, but it's yet to open, so we dodged a bullet there, except that, I don't know, I didn't get a credit, but we dodged a bullet there. Called it. I literally just finished that segment. Have I mentioned that this place is basically on a beach yet? You don't know how much time I spent today just walking over the boardwalk between the parks and just questioning why I didn't bring a swimsuit today. Of course, there's one last thing to do that I have already left out of this vlog. I noticed that I still have $10 worth of points on my Diner's Wonder Wheel card. And it's this big thing right in front of me that we haven't been on all day. That I mentioned is like the signature attraction of this park. And probably like just like the one I went on at Disneyland, but I mean it's original, so we gotta do it. It's Tim. But then seriously, I have to go. I gotta get my parking spot. It expires in like half an hour. Okay, I was not expecting it to go backwards while we're seating, pointing this way. Here we go. Not gonna record the ride in case you're motion sick, because this thing is on a little swingy track, but if you guys know, you know. Alright, fine, you guys go on, It's on this little track mobile that you can see right here. So every time this thing moves, it actually just goes down and over the thing. So it's kind of like a little roller coaster. Honestly, I could have counted this as 400 if I really thought about it. Look at this view. And the rest I'm probably not going to record. There's my hand. Hello, hand. All the way at the top, you see the beach over there, the boardwalk. You see the Soaring Eagle that we never got to ride because, funny. These cyclones way back there, some other people. And there's someone going down the coaster track. We're about to do the exact same thing. In 3. Cool. I see you. We're gonna do it. You get one. Here you go. Oh god. Imagine POV on a Ferris wheel. Can't be me. Hi, Steeplechase Park. One last check. They're sending it. Oh, those are our legs. I have 12 minutes to get to my car, and I want to deal with New York fees, so... Oh no, I missed the credit! Bye, Steeplechase Park. You got Steeplechase for Larry. Soaring Eagle, that's what it is. This will be the rides that I didn't get to ride today. Mainly because of parking fees. Violin airtime, Super Whippy Corkscrew, and last hill doesn't really do anything. Yo, shout out to all the shops and the Maiden Nathans and everything at the front park that I never got to show off because, yeah, I gotta go back to parking spot. And the trains. A bunch of trains going that way that I never showed off. They're there. Don't worry about it. Real quick, a shout out, if you guys are coming into the Coney Island area, I would recommend this lot off of West 20th Street. It's right off Surfside and right by the park, like a couple minute walk away. I've been here since 10:30. I reserved till like right now, and look at this. Good as new. So completely safe, nice little closed off area in the middle of New York, I guess. I know I was going that sense. Would recommend this parking lot if you go into the park. It's like 13 bucks for the whole day. Back to the patio then. God, I freaking love this patio. If I ever move, I want to just have a patio somewhere. So what to say about Coney Island? Interesting little park. There's multiple parks there. If you think about it that way, it's just like lot, all lined up by the boardwalk. Guest starring Dino's Wonder Wheel. So it's a very interesting property. I do like getting the platinum wristband. Not only for the fact that I was able to ride Cyclone, but which, yes, let's freaking go. I honestly don't know what else I can do in America at this point to get to 500. We might start having planned some international trips in the future. So if you want to help support me on this channel so I could get across the sea or to Canada or whatever, make sure to drop me a tip on ko-fi.com/RandSkyridge, or if you want to buy some trading card game stuff off me, my page on TCG Player. But yeah, really good investment. This is like $10 more than the normal wristband, and it basically lets you have unlimited rides on Cyclone, which Cyclone itself is a $10 investment, and all the upcharge rides, which I did a couple of. There's still a few that I skipped out on, but I don't know, it's fun, it's interesting. I didn't do everything, but that's mainly because a lot of the rides I ended up skipping out on are just generic flat rides that Zamperlo's made once again. Coney Island is like the new testing ground for Zamperlo, and I think that's freaking awesome that this park that used to be the gateway to the modern amusement industry kind of continues on its legacy about being a testing ground for another company. Coaster-wise, ride-wise, Thunderbolt was fun. It's pretty intense, especially those last few elements that just yank you everywhere. Steeplechase was kind of my undervalued ride of the day. I do like being in that kind of position where like you're leaning into the motorcycle / horse and just taking the turns. It amplifies the forces really well and has a nice little launch at the beginning. So big ups to that. What else? Cyclone, obviously Cyclone. I mean, you guys know Cyclone. You know that's the reason I actually visited. Standing airtime everywhere. Or just like, you float, stop, then go down, and then you're standing. Like I said, in the front, the lats are insane, slamming you side to side, but nice, comfortable padding on there, so it's not doesn't really hurt too much. And in the back, you get a lot more airtime. So like, it does change the experience based on where you sit. I was lucky enough to get 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And yeah. This thing is probably one of my top lists. I don't know if it's going on my top list because it's a top tier coaster or just because it's my 400th. I mean, same thing with X2. I think they ended up being like my 26th last time I did an update. It's a fun ride though. It's a very, very fun ride. Definitely worth going alone just for Cyclone, but the park itself has a bunch of other stuff to do. I genuinely found myself rewriting a bunch of things just because I could and because I was having fun. Like even the spinning wild mouse in particular, the first thing I did was a really fun ride. And of course in the center, Dino's Wonder Wheel. Enough said about that. It is a legendary attraction, even older than Cyclone itself, and that park is completely independently owned by Dino's guys. Shout out to them. Bukarama was really cool. Dark ride, like I said. The Phoenix, I only got 1 ride on that, but that 1 ride turned into 2 because their cycles are amazing. I mean, not top tier of the area like people have been saying, but pretty fun. Overall, fun park. Tomorrow we're going to another fun park, one that I've been to before in Six Flags Great Adventure. I know it's not the best year to go after what's happened, but we'll explain more in that in the video, so make sure you subscribe to see it go live. I'm so excited. I mean, El Toro, last time I rode that thing was like right before I went on Phoenix, so I completely forgot about El Toro. And there are a couple of new rides for me down there, namely a single rail RMC, a brand new launch coaster for this year, and that might be it ride-wise. But I mean, there's a bunch of cool stuff there, even without that. There's still a bunch of cool stuff there, so I'm excited to go back and have a fun time. You guys never seen me record anything at Six Flags. Anyways, it's leaving my time. I've got like 3 videos ahead already from this trip because I'm insane. So always, embrace the infinite.